Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. First things first, before I start, I want to apologize for the sound if it's really annoying. We have our doors open because we're staining our floors. Well, I'm sorry. I need to keep my door open and it's kind of windy, so if it gets loud, that is why. I apologize. Also, I'm very sorry for the long absence, but I was finishing an online class. It's just been really crazy being home and I haven't really had time to film. So again, I apologize for that. I promise you that there will be more coming. But for today, I wanted to talk about something that is very important to me and is very relevant in just life for everyone in general. And that is the topic of mental health. I want to be completely open and honest with everyone, and I want to kind of use this platform to talk about this type of thing. Mental health awareness is very important to me. It's something that I really believe in and affects me, and I want to potentially be an advocate for people. I know hearing about other people's journeys really helped me when I started going through some stuff, and so I don't know, I just want to be open with everyone and talk about that. So let's get serious. This is kind of hard to start. Basically, depression is something that I've always struggled with. Not always, but I've struggled with for a while now. Over the last few years, it got really bad, and there were a couple times that I actually was considering taking a break from uni and coming home. I had a lot of trial and error in figuring out how to make myself better. I had a lot of ups and downs, as most people do. I'm still not 100%. I still struggle with it every day, and it has affected a lot of my relationships. It's affected a lot of different areas of my life, and it sucks. Depression and anxiety and all of that good stuff is just not a fun thing to have, and it's not, I don't know, I want to end, oh my god. I thought I was gonna be totally fine filming this, but now that I'm actually talking about it, I'm getting really nervous. I'm very open about my depression. I'm very open about all of the issues that I've had and my struggles and everything, and I am all for ending the stigma around it. I am the type of person that if the topic of antidepressants come up, I am the first to say that I'm on them. I've been on them for a year and a half now. I had some issues with mine and it took a really long time for me to get to the right dosage and the right medication and everything. I'm open about it, and so when people think it's negative to be on antidepressants, I'm literally the first one to like raise my hand and tell them differently. And I'm very open about all of my struggles, like I've said, and I want to be that way on YouTube as well. I don't know, I guess I'll tell my story. I guess. I don't like it when people use that term, but yeah, basically I will tell you just my kind of journey with depression and everything and where I am today, all that, and how I've coped and such. Whatever. Okay, like I've said in past videos, high school was not fun for me. I did not enjoy it, and I did struggle with depression then, but it was never anything really serious. I never got any help for it because I didn't need it really. It was kind of something that I just dealt with. And then I left and I went to London, and things were fine until they weren't, and nothing really brought it on. It just got worse and worse, and the reason that I knew that it was bad was because I had no reason to be so unhappy, and like everything was working out really well for me. I was in a great relationship, I had great friends, I had my own flat, everything in my life was going well for the first time in a really long time, and I was miserable. And that was, I think, the hardest thing for me, was thinking there's no reason for me to be feeling like this, but I am. And that's when it kind of clicked that I was like, all right, something is not right. And so I started seeing a therapist. As things started getting worse and worse, it got to the point where I was just crying all the time. I could not stop crying, and I went home and visited my parents and then came back, and things got worse, and I had a full-on meltdown in my therapist's office. She finally was like, you need, I think, some more help. I think that you should really visit the idea of antidepressants. Started thinking about it, went and had all the tests done, whatever. Was put on a low dose of citalopram. I don't know the brand name of citalopram, but I know chemical name. Was on that for a while, and then it wasn't working, so he upped the dosage, and it made me lose my mind. I had a complete mental breakdown. I had to go home to California. This was in the middle of the school year. I had to go home to California. It almost destroyed my relationship. It affected every single person around me. I literally thought I was going insane, and and it was probably the lowest that I ever was, and that was around 1.5 years ago. And I switched my medications to sertraline, which I think is Zoloft. It took me a really long time actually to start noticing a difference, because so at first I didn't make any lifestyle changes really. I just was leaning on the medication, hoping that that would kind of solve everything, which obviously it didn't. Eventually medication did start helping. I went back to normal, I guess, after I had the complete psychotic break. But eventually, getting to my point, it just kind of made it easier to get out of bed in the morning. Started noticing it working was after a few months that I wasn't crying randomly on the bus. Eventually I started realizing that I just needed to be doing more, and that would definitely help, so I started working out. I started going to dance classes, and then I got kind of stuck in a rut because I went through a lot of things in my personal life after all of this had happened, and so I was kind of doing better, and then a whole bunch of stuff went down. I'm not even gonna attempt to go into, but basically my life changed a lot. I don't even know how to like talk about this. Basically my life changed dramatically, and it kind of took a toll on me, obviously, as it would. And that's when I started my YouTube channel, actually. Was a few months after this happened, and I was still just kind of in a very weird place, and I got back to the same feeling as before. Not even the same feeling as before, honestly. I started feeling just kind of neutral. My camera does this really annoying thing that it just stops recording out of nowhere. Anyway, the things that I should have felt upset about weren't upsetting me, and the things I should have been happy about weren't pleasing me, if that makes sense. I just felt like I was just kind of existing. I wasn't happy, but I wasn't like miserable. I was just kind of there. I started slipping back into the place of just not getting out of bed. That's why I decided to start my YouTube channel, was to give me something to do and to occupy myself, and it worked. It makes it so that I have a reason to get out of bed, and I'm using my brain and making friends, and who is texting me? I want to help other people. When I started going through all of this, and I would see big YouTubers or Instagram celebrities, whatever, just people with like, oh god, I literally, what is the word I'm looking for? Social media influencers. Whenever I would see influencers talking about mental health issues and their struggles with it and everything, it helped me, because obviously social media portrays the best of everyone's life, and that's just not the case, but it's very misleading for everyone. It's the same as the whole perfect body type of thing, how Instagram shows all these girls with the best bikini bodies and everything, and it makes girls feel bad about themselves because they don't have those bodies. I personally feel like it's the same with life in general, that you see everyone showing their best life. They're only gonna post things that they think other people will like, and I'm guilty of that. I mean, I only post things that make me look like I'm having a great time, and so you only see what everyone else wants you to see, and it's dangerous, because then I was sat in a dark room by myself scrolling through all of this thinking, what's wrong with me? Like, why am I not getting to live my life like that? Why is everyone else getting that? That's part of the reason why I wanted to talk about this. Obviously this has just been a lot of rambling. Now, what I've been doing to help myself, I am good about taking my medication. As for medication and everything, another thing that I wanted to just clarify, because some people don't understand the whole concept of antidepressants and everything. So when I went on my antidepressants, my boyfriend was very concerned that I was going to get addicted to them, or that I was going to change my personality or something like that, and that is a really common misconception, and I know people don't like the idea of drugs. Also, I'm not a scientist or a health expert or anything, so don't quote me on this, but this is my personal understanding of it. Basically, there's a chemical imbalance in my brain, and I am not producing enough serotonin, which is what makes you happy, I guess, or like balances you out. I am just taking the antidepressants to help me produce that. It's not something that you get addicted to. It doesn't get me high. It isn't like Xanax where it alters you. It just helps you be yourself. I don't know. I feel like I've been rambling on a lot, and who knows if there's even a point of this. All in all, depression sucks. Anxiety sucks. I don't know. I just hope that if you're struggling and needed just some comfort in knowing that other people are struggling too, I guess that's kind of a weird way to put it, but if you ever need anyone to talk to, or any tips, or just anything, let me know. I'm very open about this. I promise I can be more articulate than this, but it's just kind of a lot of pressure sitting in front of a camera opening up about your depression. Okay, well, I guess that's that. I will see you next time. Hope you're good. Let's beat depression.